Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to share with you how to cut a pineapple. Why? Because there's so much juicy and richness in one, and if we don't know how to cut it when we're in the grocery store, we might not buy it, or maybe we might buy, it pre-cut already for ourselves. But I wanted to share how much glory and satisfaction you can get when you buy one of these yourself and cut it yourself. So today's a little hack of how to cut a pineapple. So let's begin. So first thing you want to know is the pineapple ripe? Ripe, of course. So we know a pineapple is ripe based on its color and of course its floral smell. So right now we could see that this one is ripe because it's fully yellow, and if closer to the screen you can actually see that they're starting to get a little bit of brown spotting here. So you can see up here how this is a little bit more green, but most of it has this beautiful yellow, and you can actually smell it. And it smells ripe like a pineapple. So let's start cutting here. So I already cut the bottom, so the bottom's perfectly yellow, and we could see that nothing is rotten or anything. It's perfectly yellow. So the first thing we want to do is cut the crown. So let's start that first. So once you cut the crown, then there's not that much more to it, because then all you have to do is just slice and dice. And I would recommend having a trash can next to you, or maybe you'll just wait to the end and dump it all in your trash can then. So this is what it would look like as you're just cutting around it. And let's also talk about the richness of color that we have from the pineapple, right? So I love pineapple. It's yellow, a color completely activated for our power chakra, and really looking at how we want to activate our power, right? Pineapples are juicy, they're citrusy, they're mostly tropical. I know we could find some pineapples, I think in Florida, they grow pineapples in Florida. But other than that, pineapples are very native to warm around, places that are warm year around. And I would recommend too, having a sharp knife. I had another knife here as well, but I'm just using this one because this one cuts better. So here we go. We cut the bottom, we cut the crown, and then all we want to do is just cut around and keep cutting until you get all these sparks and spores off, right? Because those are spiky and thorny, and they don't taste good in smoothie, and that's what I'm about to make. So we're just going to keep cutting until we get all of these little flakes and pieces off. But be wary of cutting too much and completely cutting too much of your fruit off. So that's always the trick, right? Is cutting just enough to not cut too much. And pineapples, I used to not get these. I used to get them pre-cut or not used to get them at all because I didn't know how to cut them. And so once I was taught how to, I felt so much more empowered in being able to use them. And so now I'm gonna flip this upside down so I can get just the rest here of all of this all around. And then we can see we have this beautiful yellow pineapple that is just waiting to get sliced and diced. And so what are all the ways in which you can use a pineapple? So I'm gonna make a smoothie. I'm gonna show you guys, I'm making a strawberry banana smoothie with some pineapple. But I mean, you could put pineapple on skewers. You can put pineapple really with anything. Shrimp, I'm thinking coconut shrimp obviously is on my mind. But pineapple shrimp, mango shrimp, there's so much citrus involved. And the good thing about citrus is that it already pre-cooks some of your food. So if you ever put oranges or lemons in any of your foods, if you're like marinating meats of any kind, know that the citrus inside is actually going to speed up the marinating or cooking process, because the sugar that is in the citrus is going to start cooking the food. That's really what ceviche is. Ceviche is just cooked seafood or shrimp in lemon juice or lime juice, depending on where you are and what's in season. All right, so we got most of those off. So I'm gonna dump all of this in the trash, and then we can start the beautification process of getting this all together. All right, so now we have our delicious, beautiful pineapple, and we're just gonna start cutting it down the middle. can I cut down the middle of this? It might be down the middle this way. So cut it down the middle horizontally, because that is going to be the last piece. It's going to be the core. And you know what the core is because it's the part that's not juicy at all. When I'm touching it right now, it feels hard as a rock, whereas all the juicy fruit around it is very soft to touch. And so your knife, as you're cutting it, is going to find that line naturally, and it's just going to cut around it. And you can feel, as you're cutting it, the difference of what it feels like when you're cutting into the fruit versus the core. And the core you can't eat, so you might as well just toss that. And so here we are. I'm going to take this half over here. So now I have 3 halves of an equal whole, and we're just going to start cutting. And like I said, I'm making these for smoothies, so I'm going to cut these in bigger chunks. And there you have it. We have our sliced pineapple. I got my banana and strawberry mix right here in my bullet. And I'm going to start adding some of these delicious pieces to my smoothie. And that's all you have to do. So good, juicy. If we would have made it maybe one more day, this could have started going bad, and that would not have been good. So there you have it. Now you know how to cut a pineapple. So the next time they're in season near you, or if you're in a place that they are in season, grab one, pick up a whole one. All you need to do, cut the crown, cut the bottom, cut all the way around until all those spores and thorns are gone. Start slicing and dicing. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. So thank you so much, and until next time, shine up.